This tutorial is to introduce you to some of the features available on K12Reader.com. There are 4 areas of this website that you may find helpful. The first is Browse Worksheets, and we'll go through each of the different categories that you can use to browse the worksheets. The second is the Learning Center, which is primarily for teachers. The third is this green area, and especially the area called Lesson Plan Templates. And the fourth is this toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen that goes through some of the more useful worksheets available on the site. The first area we're going to look at is the blue Browse Worksheets area. There are 4 ways that you can search or go through all the worksheets available here. The first is Subject, then Grade, then by the Common Core State Standard, and then by Theme. The subject toolbar you may or may not find useful. There are worksheets here available from kindergarten through 12th grade in spelling, reading skills, grammar, vocabulary, and composition. If you sort the worksheets by grade, you may more easily be able to locate worksheets around your student's reading level. Don't be alarmed by the fact that first grade and kindergarten are not at the top. They're actually all the way down here at the bottom. When you click on the Common Core State Standards link, you'll find that the Common Core State Standards links are aligned by grade. So if you have a student on the first grade reading level, you can click on the worksheets and it will give you the different domains of the Common Core. And you can click within that and it will give you ideas of what you could use to help students learn, for example, their foundational reading skills, how to read informational text, or how to read literature. I'm not sure how useful you will find the Theme tab because themes are more of awareness months and holiday activities. The Learning Center has several areas that you might find useful as well. The first area is Reference. And the reference area is trying to sort of clear up some of the problems that may occur while you're teaching, such as commonly confused words, some of our favorites, to and to, or there, and there. There's also some grammar terms, vocabulary terms, and parts of a sentence terms. The Q&A section has not yet been completed, so it's available, but there's nothing posted. There is a section of articles dealing with reading instruction, for example, phonemic awareness, reading comprehension, and balanced literacy instruction. And then there are a variety of resources available online. Some of them have to do with just general reading, like the American Library Association. Some of them are more for specific groups, like Colorín Colorado is for teachers and parents of English language learning students. The third area of K12Reader.com you may find useful is the Lesson Plan Template area. Now, we've talked about this year how you need to have a lesson or a lesson plan uploaded to the evaluation instrument each time you're formally observed. There is a lesson plan template available on Blackboard under Information. However, there are other lesson plan templates available here which may work better for your planning style. We certainly don't want to lock you into a particular type of lesson plan or lesson plan template if something else works better for the way that you work. There are also some graphic aids available in the green section of the website. These are mostly just bookmarks and participation certificates. There are book lists available. They tend to go to award lists, for example, Blue Ribbon Awards, Boston Globe Awards, Caldecott Medals, and Coretta Scott King Awards. My favorite section of the K12 Reader site is this sidebar here. And again, it covers a variety of topics. Spelling may not be as relevant to the middle school setting. However, if you come down to the reading skills and grammar section of the website, you can choose readings based on what skill you're trying to identify. So for example, if you're teaching a 7th grader how to identify context clues in a piece of work, but you have a student who is not reading at the 7th grade level, you can click on context clues and find an assignment that may be at their level. And you'll see here that, for example, word meaning game is aligned to the Common Core, the standard, and it is benchmarked for the kindergarten or first grade level. A lot of the worksheets on this website range from the first grade all the way up through high school. And you'll see as I scroll down that the grade level and complexity of the assignment increases. I know parts of speech was recently added back into the curriculum, and that students are struggling with this as they're expected to work on parts of speech as though they've known other parts of speech from previous years that they haven't had. So if you're trying to do some remediation with your students, there are a huge variety of worksheets available covering all the different parts of speech, as well as how you structure a sentence, how you use those parts of speech, how you do punctuation, and how you use words in general. The last two sections on this sidebar are about vocabulary and composition. I know that in high school they teach prefixes and suffixes. If you wanted to start them early, there are certainly worksheets for that. Composition is a very interesting section because there are a variety of writing prompts, but they're classified by type. So if you're looking at informative or expository or persuasive writing prompts, there are ways to get your students started that are not assignments but could act as a formative assessment of where they are. If you have questions about finding resources on K12 Reader, go ahead and contact Bonham West via email or in her office at *4113.